Yeah, you can. Yeah. Not that it's. Say yes. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
First of all, I know you spoke about it a little bit on the broadcast, but now you've had some time to digest. How much is this meaning to you right now?
This means absolutely everything to me. I train day in and day out, and my fights in the UFC haven't really mirrored the hard work that I put in the gym. And so tonight was really kind of me being able to showcase everything I have. I'm not afraid to stand and bang with somebody, obviously, and then, I have a good ground game. It's kind of underutilized. Maybe I could have hopped on it a little bit earlier in the fight, but at the end of the fight, I was able to darce him, and that was the only submission I threw up, and we really were only on the ground for a matter of seconds. So maybe I could have utilized it a little bit earlier, but I was happy with the outcome.
Exactly how much notice did you have for this fight?
5 days.
What is it like trying to prepare for a fight on that short notice?
Well, it's every day is like part of a fight camp, really. I mean, we train hard as it is, and so we're always pretty ready. It's more of like worried about the weight, and so, Monday I was 170 pounds when I woke up, and, I was lucky enough that we did it at 150, and no problem, I made it. Cut was average, so wasn't too bad of a cut, and was able to just come out and perform. But like I said, we train every day super hard, and I'm not really taking much time off, especially during the quarantine. There's nothing else to do, so we've just been training.
In the second round, you were talking. I know your corner asked you to keep it classy in between the second and the third. What exactly were you saying to him?
Well, he wasn't saying keep it classy in the sense of not like talking crap, because that's not how my coach is. He was telling me keep it classy, just not get punched in the head. Be a little bit cleaner with my technique. I was just getting punched too much.
Makes sense.
So he was telling me to be classy in that sense, and I knew the difference between it. I was just, sometimes I feel the momentum starts to switch, and then I figured if, it's kind of a mental warfare, and I figured, if I start talking a little bit, it's going to, give me more momentum. And on his chest, he has a tattoo that says "Born Ready," and so I kind of just told him that I was born ready. I didn't really have anything else to think that I could say at the time. And then, he landed a couple good shots, but just like, there's nothing like that feeling of being in a fight and getting punched and punching back and just see who the tougher man is. And sometimes I let that get the best of me, and maybe I shouldn't, but I was just having a good time.
In that environment, there's not many people in there. So
Yeah.
Everyone could hear you. We saw reporters in there saying, "Oh, he's commentating his own fight almost."
Yeah.
Does it enter your head at all that, like, I could also sway the judges here if I talk loud enough?
Oh, 100%. It's all about confidence, and it's all about perception. Sometimes you fight guys, and, if you've ever trained with a guy, you know how they are. And if you've never trained with them, you have no idea. So the perception could be different. And same with, like, talking or just pressuring or trying to make yourself look good in front of the judges. If you're talking, that obviously means you're, confident. If you're, even in between rounds, I just wanted to be upbeat. I want the judges to see that I don't need a stool to sit in. I'm happy. I'm having a good time. I feel like I'm winning the fight, regardless if I'm winning it or not. I want them to know that that's how I feel, and I want that to, kind of push off onto them as well.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Julian, this is your third time back in the UFC. I mean, I don't have to tell you, it's very hard for a lot of people to get the second chance. At some point when you were out, were you ever like, maybe it's just not meant to happen for me?
Yeah, for sure. You start doubting yourself and start thinking, what am I doing wrong? And obviously, if you're in the UFC, you have to win. You can't just go out and do good and hope that you'll keep getting shots, because people who win still even get cut. And so for me, I figured if I just keep putting the work in and staying in the gym with all the good coaches around me, they're going to see that I deserve to be here, and eventually something is going to happen, whether it was a different big organization or, if I got to keep grinding and fight on small shows, maybe I'll get a shot again. I actually thought I would never fight in the octagon again after my last loss, and but I love doing this stuff, and so I wasn't going to stop doing it. And I figured if I just stay in the gym, all the coaches, all the other managers, just people are just going to see me, and they're going to just notice that I'm good enough to be here, and hopefully get a shot. And luckily for me, something like this pandemic has, given me another shot in this organization.
Was there a particular moment that was like a turning point, or was it more of a gradual process while you were away from the UFC?
Oh, not at all. after I lost my last fight in the UFC, I had to take a little bit of time off just because I got KO'd, and so you can't fight on a show. But I wanted to get back in there, and I fought on a regional show in between stints in the UFC recently, and was able to get a win. And so I was still training. I was still wanting to fight. I was still pushing for it, and there's so many guys out there that are grinding just like I am. I train with every day that deserve to be here as well, that haven't got that opportunity. So who am I to stop training or stop doing what I love just because I'm not in the UFC anymore? It doesn't make any sense to me. I got to be there for my training partners and my coaches as well.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.